Welcome back to the channel. Today's flight takes place in the Eurostar EV97, beginning with a short takeoff from Perth Scone Airfield in Scotland, concluding with a scenic return leg from Kingsmuir. Following a smooth engine start and a pre-flight checks, we taxi out of Perth. The airfield is quite quiet. Calm winds, excellent visibility, perfect conditions for a relaxed VFR flight. So we begin the day at Perth Scone, and after routine pre-flight checks and start-up procedures, we taxi to the active runway. Conditions are favourable, light surface winds, cool temperatures and excellent visibility across the Perthshire landscape. The Eurostar accelerates cleanly along the strip, rotate at 50 knots and begin a gentle climb to altitude, leaving the Scone Palace behind us. This first leg is short but scenic, cutting east over Strathmore and heading towards the rural settlement of Kingsmuir, just south of Forfar. We cruise at altitude and staying clear of the controlled airspace, using the visual navigation landmarks throughout. Not much radio traffic, nice smooth air and unobstructed skies. Ideal conditions for a relaxed microflight sortie. So we're now at Kingsmuir, and after a brief stop on the ground and check, we're ready to depart again. With all the systems green, we advance the throttle and begin our takeoff, roll on the farm strip, and the Eurostar lifts off in a short seconds, climbing away steadily with only a light crosswind to correct for. As we climb out towards the coast, we maintain visual separation from nearby dwellings and adjust our heading back towards Perth. Once established in the cruise, the Rotex 912 engine hums effortlessly about around 4,900 RPM, providing a smooth and economical return leg. We pass above patchwork farmland, quiet roads and scattered woodland. Classic Scottish lowland scenery in the gold light. Midway through the return, we remain clear of populated areas and maintain a steady cruising altitude. The air remains calm with only occasional thermal disturbance near tree lines and open fields, and from the cockpit, visibility is absolutely exceptional. At this point in flight, we're flying low level off the eastern coastline. With the sun beginning to dip towards the horizon, the light softens across the water, casting long shadows and illuminating the wing with a golden hue. Flying at this height offers a unique perspective, where sea and sky meet with hardly a ripple between them. Every movement of the air can be felt through the aircraft, and every detail of the coastline is clearly visible. In the UK, the 500-foot rule applies here. Aircraft must remain at least 500 feet away from any person, vessel, vehicle or structure unless the operation is for takeoff and landing. Out at sea with no obstacles or congestion, this gives us safe and legal room to enjoy the lower levels of flight while remaining fully compliant with the CAA regulations. As the coastline fades behind us, we transition inland. The terrain begins to gently rise, with the fields and farm tracks once again dominating the view ahead. We hold cruise altitude momentarily, maintaining efficient fuel burn and smooth handling as we approach the climb. With the coastline behind us and the sun beginning to lower in the sky, we begin a gradual climb back inland towards Perth Scone. Altitude is increased steadily to clear terrain and re-establish a safe cruising height as we prepare to rejoin the circuit. The visibility remains excellent, with the Sidlaw Hills beginning to rise on the western horizon, and from this altitude the landscapes open up once again. The rivers, the roads, distant farmland, all marking our course back home. The Eurostar climbs comfortably around 65 knots. Engine temperature stable and performance as expected, and as we leave the low level phase behind, we prepare to re-enter familiar airspace and begin our descent towards the final approach. At this stage in the return, we briefly pass through scattered cloud, maintaining full visual flight rules throughout, with clear visibility above and below and reference to the ground maintained at all times. We continue safely through the layer. Those moments offer a unique view, subtle light shifts, soft contours and an elevated sense of depth. Flying VFR in these conditions demands focus, but it also showcases the Eurostar's stability and ease of control in varied environments. Now we're descending on the base leg below 1,000 feet, and as we begin the arrival into Perth, runway 09, the city of Perth sits to our right with Scone Airfield directly in front on our left. We make our final calls for runway 09 as we configure the aircraft for landing, and then we'll set the flaps, power reduced, and we'll turn from base onto final. The speed will be held at about 65 knots. The winds are calm and the final approach is smooth and stable. Crossing the threshold will ease into a slight flare and the Eurostar will touch down gently on the runway. A short rollout brings us to taxi speed and we'll vacate the runway and return to parking, concluding another safe and enjoyable local flight from Perth to Kingsmuir and back. This journey combines scenic low-level flying, excellent conditions and classic Scottish vistas. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed this flight and would like to see more aviation across Scotland and beyond, feel free to like, subscribe, follow the journey. Until next time, blue skies and safe landings.